You drink fucking Bud Light, don't you?
We're live.
I used to. I still would if it's in front of me and free. I don't give a fuck.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, Slayers?
What's up, Slayers? Josh and TJ live from Cayuga. We got just
There
a
we
picture
go.
here.
Hey, I'm in the background. It's Justin over here. What's going on, Slay Nation?
So we got some exciting things happening tomorrow.
Yes, sir. PA versus New York. Come on, PA. We got to show up this year.
We know NY is going to take it home again. Right
Nope,
now,
not going to happen.
we're sitting at 55 members right now for this tournament. I believe last I looked, we were 34 or 35 from NY.
And about 20 from PA. We showed up. We hit 20, which is what I wanted. Thank you, guys.
I will start off our identifier code for tomorrow because I know a lot of people like to try and get that done early. It's going to be WAR2, WAR2.
Just so you know, guys, it is okay for you to write it on your hand. You can write it on your hand. You can write it on a piece of paper, have it on your catch board, your hog truck, whatever. We will accept both ways.
As long as it can be seen in the picture, that's all we ask.
Yes.
We do have a couple rules we wanted to re-go over. One of the things, ordinarily, Slay Nation Upstate, we do catch only for this event and this event only. We are allowing hog troughs because the PA allows them as well. So we wanted to be fair and not make them buy all new boards coming up here to our turf.
Now, speaking of that, if anybody does forget a board and you need one last minute, I have an extra catch board. Also have an extra PFD just in case, because it has happened in the past.
For the NY guys, I know myself and Justin both have an extra, and I think we got one or two others that usually have extras with them as well. So you need to get a hold of me, get a hold of TJ, let us know what's going on. Make sure you do it right away, guys, because 11, 12 o'clock text messages are going to be a no-go. We're going to be getting ready for the morning. We got a whole state we got to beat. So let's see. Next rule we got here, we did switch things up this year in case anybody didn't catch the other lives. We are doing a 10-inch minimum for the fish. So you get a 10-inch bass, it's in play. We're not doing 12-inch this year.
I think you guys are going to need that.
Yeah. Not after what I found today, buddy. We'll be all right.
Yeah, so we have been seeing a lot of pictures going back and forth with my guys.
Next rule we got going on, it is public launches only. We did make one slight exception to that this year for Cayuga only. I'll let TJ go ahead and talk about that.
So this year we have a couple of our PA guys who are staying like 100 yards away from one of the open ramps. So this year we will allow them to launch at 5:15 a.m. from their Airbnb. They have to go directly to the ramp, get out of their yak, and check in. Now, while they're in movement, the only electronics they're allowed to have on is their lights. No graph, no nothing until 5:30. All right, so that will be the rule in place for this year.
And when you get to the launch, you do have to get out of your kayak at the launch to check in.
Yep.
With that being said, check in and check out is absolutely mandatory, guys. You have to go through Tourney X, put that on there. Big thing is it's safety. Right now, first thing in the morning, wind's looking good. A little bit later on in the afternoon, it's supposed to pick up. We want to make sure everybody made it off the water safe so that everybody's getting home. If there's an issue, we need to know what's going on so we can try to help. We did have one guy, unfortunately, today that flipped his kayak out there in the winds, and luckily he's safe. It was one of the PA guys, but he did head home. So
yep, he flipped today out on his Outback. He, from what I understand, lost and tackle on about 5 or 6 rods and his cell phone. So guys, just be careful out there. Keep an eye on each other. If you're fishing near somebody and you see somebody go over, dude, we're all here to fish a tournament, but everybody's safety comes first.
Yeah, definitely.
I want everybody to go home. I want everybody to have a good time. So if somebody's in trouble, tournament be damned. I'd rather help a fellow slayer out.
Yeah, we want everybody to be safe. That's our biggest thing out there. So check in, check out, Tourney X. We will be checking it to make sure everybody's in and out. So with that as well, PFDs have to be worn at all times. That is a safety issue as well. Now, first thing in the morning, it's going to be a little chilly. I know guys are going to bundle up. So when it gets a little bit warmer later on in the day, make sure all of your lines are out of the water before you do this. You can take the PFD off for a minute to take your jacket, sweater, whatever you're wearing off, but then the PFD has to go right back on before you continue fishing. If you're seen fishing without the PFD on, automatic disqualification.
I'm going to, you know who you are because it happened last year. Make sure it's zipped up. All right.
Yes. Just because you're wearing it, if it's not zipped up, it's not going to do you any good.
Yep.
I know if it was one of my guys doing that, I would seriously be thinking about disqualification from the tournament. So please wear your PFDs. Please wear them safe. Wear your PPE, be safe. Yeah.
And zipped up.
Yeah. Genio would know. He's flipped twice last year during tournaments.
Oh, man.
Boats coming way too close. It happens. And they're Cayuga, if some of you haven't pre-fished it before, this is a lake that gets a lot of bass boats, and they tend to be pricks out there. They don't want to slow down for kayaks. So safety, safety, safety.
Speaking of that, in the morning, first light, you got to have your 360 lights on. For you guys that have motors, got to have, your red and your greens on. Just make sure that light's on until it's safe light. Then you can take that off.
Speaking of motors, another rule we do have, there is no trolling for bass. If you have a line out behind you and you're caught trolling, I'm going to DQ that fish as well. It cannot happen. It's part of the rules.
Somebody's saying there is a bass boat tournament tomorrow.
I did not hear that. So any idea how many bass boats are in that tourney?
It's just a small one.
I know. Okay. Waistband PFDs are allowed, correct?
That is correct.
Justin, it is correct. Waistband PFDs.
Oh, are allowed? I'm not sure. I don't think they are.
No, it's supposed to be a full PFD as far as I know.
The inflatables are allowed as long as they're full, but I don't know if the waistbands.
Yeah, I don't think waistbands are allowed. Yeah, let's clarify that with Frankie.
I'm not sure who that was that sent the message because it just says Facebook user. So if you're PA, please message TJ. If you're NY, please message me so we can figure this out.
I got one that you can use.
Oh, it's inflatable. So, okay. If it's a rubber ducky, man, that don't count.
But the rubber ducky is fun.
Yeah, we'll confirm that.
If you're a PA guy or a New York guy, message your appropriate director. That way we can clarify it for you.
Yeah, because like I said, we can't see your name over there. It just says Facebook user. So let us know what's going on. Next thing we had, so launch is going to be at 5:30. It's first launch tomorrow morning. Usually our first cast would be at 6 o'clock. For anybody that missed it in our last live, unfortunately, we did have one of our members pass away way too soon a couple weeks ago. So what we have decided to do is push start time back by 1 minute. So first cast is going to be at 6:01. What we are asking is that everyone takes that minute for a moment of silence. For the New York Slayers, think of Brian, say a prayer, friends, family, all of that. PA Slayers, I know you guys didn't know Brian. You say a prayer for him, say a prayer for the other guys on the water, making it home safe, whatever you decide to do, but please take that minute for a moment of silence. We had last cast was at 2 o'clock. Last submission is going to be at 2:30. And then I believe awards was 3:45. Well, I'm looking that up if you want to go over. What time was that, Justin?
3:25. I think 3:25 for awards.
3:25. That was for the mandatory check-in, wasn't it?
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
So yeah, it was 3:25 for mandatory check-in. So that's the other thing that we are definitely pushing this year. It is a mandatory check-in for the awards. If something happens and you do have to go home, you need to contact your director, whether it be PA or NY. Let us know what's going on. If you placed in the money and you are getting a check in awards, you have to be at awards. If it is an emergency, you need to contact us as well so that both directors can approve it. If you do not contact us and you go home without showing up to awards and you earn the money, you are automatically disqualifying yourself and your payout will go to the next place.
We're not trying to be asses about that, but the reason that we're doing that is honestly it's just sponsor related. We got so many sponsors on board, and
we got to have those pictures,
hard for
guys.
Sponsors to be able to put out all that money, all the prizes, and then no pictures. So it's just the right thing to do for sponsors.
And I mean, it's not just the Slay Nation sponsors either. New York, we have a lot of sponsors ourselves that we went through and we went out and reached out to these guys. We have trophy sponsors that paid for all of the trophies, the awesome plaques that we are handing out this year. They covered them completely. They want to see pictures. We have to send them some stuff going on with them as well. So big shout out to them, by the way, Adirondack Foothills. Any guys traveling through the Natural Bridge area, make sure you stop in and check them out. They're going to have some apparel coming up soon with Slay Nation on it, as well as Adirondack Foothills. So thank you, Rob and Corey.
War 2 is the ID.
War 2.
That. Going back to Greg, yes, we are still allowing people to put their yaks in. You can pre-launch as long as you stay within 50 yards of the launch, and your electronics have to be off.
Correct. We can't. Biggest reason for that, we have to allow it because some of those launches you can only fit 2 kayaks out of, and we can't make somebody else sit there and wait for 5:30 before they can even put their kayak in. So get your kayak in, get it moved over. If there's plenty of beach space or wherever you're at, leave it docked. If there's not, get in it, wait like 50 yards out. Don't take off.
For the Facebook user who just asked about checking in, you're going to use TornyX right on the check-in function. All right, that's how we're going to check in and check out for this event.
Correct. So it's check in, check out. You'll literally click that button. It'll ask you for the event. You click the event, and then you'll just hit the check in. And that's all there is to it. Super simple, guys.
Let's get to the thing I know a lot of you guys are wondering about. We are at 55 anglers. We were at 56 earlier, but since Taylor flipped, we did the right thing, kind of refunded him his money since he went home.
He lost a lot of money today.
But all right, so we are at 55. First place, we'll be taking home $1,016. Ooh, that's a pretty penny.
Very nice.
Second place, $774. Man, there's some good payouts. Third place.
Hey, you guys were breaking up on first place. Can you repeat that?
Yep. First place will be taking home $1,016. All right. That's some good money. Second place, $774. Third place, $636. And the big bass will be taking home $434.
And last I looked, I believe side pot was up what, Justin? 430? Did we lose Justin?
You guys are breaking up pretty bad if you guys can't hear me over there.
We can hear you. What was the last thing you caught?
All right, you guys are breaking up. I'll repeat that. Or go over third and third place down again.
We are 1 second to pull it back up. Third place will be bringing home $636. Big bass is $434. Side pot.
So side pot, last I looked, was up to $430.
What's the side pot for exactly? Is that for you New York guys?
Perfect.
Side pot, anybody could have joined up on it. So the side pot was an option on Tourney X, and the way the side pot is whoever finishes in the top that joined the side pot takes the whole pot. So the first place guy, if he did the side pot, he'd get that 430. Now the cool thing with that, we do have says we're not breaking up on our end. Justin's breaking up is what they're saying.
Yep.
Okay. So with that side pot, the cool thing with that, we do have, I think it was like 13 or 14 guys that aren't in it, but they're hammers as well. So it is very possible. Like this guy here didn't sign up for it.
I didn't?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Is it too late for me to sign up now?
Contact Justin after this.
All right. So Justin, if you're good with that, if any guys who want to kind of dip in real quick with this side pot, if Justin's good with it,
message me because Justin's driving, and we'll get the details and we'll have it worked out to you within an hour or so. So, but with that side pot, yeah, I can hear you, Justin.
All right, if you guys are hearing me, let me know if I'm breaking up for everybody. But what you can do is if you guys didn't get into the side pot and you want to get in, it's $10 on PayPal to my email, justinquery@gmail.com.
justinquery@gmail.com.
Can somebody type that in the comments that way for the guys?
So basically, if you still want to get in the side pot and you didn't, like I said, I believe it was 13 or 14 of them, you send that $10 over, and it's a winner-take-all side pot. So what I was saying with that, the cool thing, if first, second, and third place did not sign up for the side pot, fourth place could still be walking out of there with $430, which usually doesn't get a payout. So that's pretty freaking cool. And if you're first place and you get it, you just walked out of there with
almost $1,500. Yeah.
So now if you take first place, big bass, and side pot, you're going to be walking out of this tournament with over $2,000 tomorrow. Wow. Can you go over? Yes, Facebook user. We're about to do the marinas next. So there are quite a few marinas in this lake. I originally thought we only had one or two. I did a lot of exploring over the last couple of days. There are a lot of man-made dredged marinas. So when you're going to the marina, if you see signs saying no fishing, you need to stay out of there because that is off limits. I know there's a couple on the north end. I found some towards the south end.
Honestly, in my opinion, just stay out of the marinas. Rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. When in doubt, stay out of there.
Yep.
There are some that have like docks that are farther out that you're still on the main lake. You are more than welcome to flip at that dock as long as you are not going into the marina. The moment your vessel passes into the marina, you are no longer in a qualified area. Your fish could be disqualified for that.
Boundaries, 89th Street Bridge.
Yeah. I had that pulled up. Where'd it go? So on the north end, the boundaries were the lock and the bridge on the river. And the south end. You remember what it was on the south end, TJ?
Not off the top of my head, no.
I'm usually on my computer, so it makes it so easy.
Bridge on the south end.
Bridge on the south end? So, yeah.
I think it's a bridge, like 89, I-89.
Well, there's posts that actually have, Justin posted a map, basically a map link that shows you the, I've had a brain fart. But yeah, that shows you
the boundaries.
Yep, exactly.
Shows we actually have red lines where the cutoffs are. So stay within the boundaries, stay out of the marinas that say no fishing on them. You know, if you want to play it really safe, stay out of the marinas altogether. There's great fish all over the lake. You don't have to go into a marina to catch them. Same place as last year. Yes, same place as last year for the awards. We're actually standing there right now.
Yep.
So anybody that doesn't know, that's the Cayuga State Park.
It's a big parking lot.
Yeah, it's a parking lot. Just type in Cayuga State Park, and it'll bring you right here. It's a giant parking lot. We'll have a table set up with raffle prizes. For the Slay Nation New York guys, I have your tow flags and bracelets and everything.
If you remember, that's the tree right over there that Jacob crashed his drone into.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Jake Stem's drone came down hard.
Should get a plaque made for that tree.
It must be Jake right there when I crashed the drone. Can we do a pickerel side paw? I mean, as awesome as that would be, as awesome as the pickerel side pot would be, we need to set that up ahead of time.
So, answer that question, no, not this tournament.
Yes, creeks will be open till the first impassable barrier, except on the north end. If you're fishing the river, the bridge is the boundary. We have that right on the map so you can see it. So just make sure if it's a creek, that the creek, if it's at the very top or very bottom, you're looking at where the boundaries are. Do it for Oneida. Yeah, side pop for pickerel Oneida would be good, Greg.
I won one last year with the 22-inch.
What about pickerel? Rock bass? There's some monster freaking rock bass in here. I caught probably 3 or 4 of those things today that were that
Everything's
big.
Football.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie just popped.
Woo! We're gonna have a blast, Frankie. You know, New York's gonna win it again.
Hey, Frankie, can you answer this question for us since you're in here? Are waistband PFDs allowed?
He says it's an inflatable waistband PFD, one that you pull the string and it inflates out. While we're waiting on Frankie's answer, if anyone else has any questions, go ahead and post it in here.
Do we start check-in at the launch where we want to fish? And what time, again, can we put our kayaks in? All right, so you check in basically when you're at the ramp. I don't care if it's 5 o'clock. Go ahead and check in. Just let us know you're there. You can start the fish at 6:01. You can launch from your ramp. Sorry. You can launch from your ramp at 5:30. But lines in 6:01.
Well, his PA is so much better than New York. Okay.
This PA is the shit.
Yeah, I will message like
waistbands left loud short, but I'm not a fan of fanny packs.
Okay.
All right, so you're good to go.
There's the answer, Frank. As long as it's a Coast Guard approved waistband PFD, you are good. If it is not Coast Guard approved, you need to go purchase another one from your local bait shop tonight.
Or if you need one, I have one that I can loan out.
No rubber duckies. I mean, what if it's a New York guy? I don't know who posted that. You want to loan one to NY?
What about the...
Wait a minute. No, if he's loaning it to NY, don't trust it.
Safety comes first. But you're telling me I can't use my arm inflatables? Those don't work? Any more questions?
That's true.
Yes, as long as they're Coast Guard approved. Perfect, Frankie. I didn't even know you could just click that and make it pop up. That's pretty sweet. I learned something new. Justin never taught me that. Justin, are we forgetting anything?
No, you guys did good, man. Before I lose service over on that, man, and appreciate that signed up. 55 anglers is pretty crazy. First event of the year, so I appreciate all that. All the PA guys that came up, man. 20 dudes coming up from PA for the first event of the year is pretty exciting for us up here in New York. We really appreciate you guys taking the time and spending the money to come up and fish with us. We know we talk a lot of shit to each other, but just for fun, we're just having a good time. The fishing is insane right now. I know I'm not the only one catching a lot of 15-inch fish, but man, the fishing's on fire. So have a good time tomorrow. Be safe. Watch for that wind. Have your identifier codes. Hold your damn fish mouth. Other than that, man, Have a good time and listen to these guys, the directors, man. You guys, we've been putting on a lot of work to put this event on for you guys. So I hope everybody appreciates it and has a good time out there. And catch a PB, unless you're from PA.
I'm pretty sure some PBs are going to get broke tomorrow.
There's some giants in here. I broke my PB twice in the same day here last year. So everybody's commenting more too, so we're good there. we'll give it just another minute. Make sure there's no other questions.
Also, remember, guys, me and Justin have that side bet going on Pennsylvania. I do not want to wear a New York hat, so let's bring it home tomorrow.
What exactly was that bet again for the ones that didn't see it?
If PA wins, Justin has to wear my hat at his next tournament, and if you guys win, I got to wear Justin's hat at our next tournament.
Is it just for one tournament?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was going to be for the whole season.
No,
I'm not worried about Oneida. I won't be wearing that damn hat.
So, don't you be giving away secrets, Greg. But yeah, if there's any other questions, guys, we're gonna give you another minute or two, and then we're gonna sign off here.
Team with the bearded director is gonna win.
Hey, mine was full until this weekend. I just
it is nice it down. But I got myself a beard.
Only babies kind of trim down their beard for the summer. Guys who can't handle the heat.
I work outside all day.
Right. So do I. Construction. Viking director for the win.
Hey,
absolutely.
If anybody finds a business card on their window of their vehicle or their windshield wiper, don't worry about it. Just take it home with you as a souvenir.
Oh, if anybody happens to find a net floating tomorrow, by the way, in the water that has a hockey stick end to it.
Just because it had New York on it.
If you find a net floating in the water while you're out tomorrow, the handle is made out of a hockey stick. Please message me or Justin and let us know. It was one of our guys lost that today, so we'd like to try and get it back to him.
Any general location that you can get where it may be floating?
Yeah, it was Justin. It was in the middle of the lake. That's all I'm going to say.
That works.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
I mean, with
the way this is.
Winds.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
Oh, I was mid-lake, so it could be anywhere.
So I noticed that there's two TJs here.
I'm good on my end.
Battle it out. Whoever gets the least amount of inches.
Yeah, I think it doesn't look like we have any other questions. Anybody that happens to think of one coming up, if you're going to message us, like I said, please make sure you do it within the next hour or so. You know, we like to get to bed a little bit early on tourney night to make sure we're rested up. I don't want any 11 o'clock phone messages tonight. I won't answer them. So if you send me a message that late, unless it's an emergency, you're not getting a response until 3 a.m.
Yep.
So,
and by that point, you definitely have to come to me.
Registration is ending at midnight.
Yes, registration ends at midnight. So anybody that has not signed up yet, if you're thinking about it, I don't know why you're thinking about it. This is an amazing lake. Get your butt over there, register, and get over here. Just so everyone knows, had he known about it sooner, Greg Blanchard would have been fishing this tournament this weekend.
Oh yeah.
We ran into him yesterday, and he's leaving tomorrow. He said otherwise he would have signed up and help NY beat PA. So
just double check.
That's all I had. So
okay. Yep. Jacob actually finally signed up.
Yeah. So I think we're good then.
All right, guys.
Tight lines out there, everyone. Good luck.
Be safe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just a comment I just seen in case somebody didn't see it. Practice period didn't end at 5, so no fishing out there. Nobody should be on that water at all until 5:30 tomorrow morning.
And you cannot wet a line until 6:01.
Correct.
All right.
Easy way to get disqualified if you do. So, all right.
We're good to go, guys.
Take it easy, guys. One last woo!